How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So on this video, we're going to be talking about K-Tuner and the Tlx Type S and kind of just go over some of the different flashes that they have, as well as some of my experiences and the results from the flash versus a stock map. So at the recording of this video, it is only available for the 21 and 22 Tlx Type S, nothing for 23 or newer. We're at 23 model year, but the 24 should be right around the corner. And I don't anticipate anything being released for those anytime soon, although I don't have any inside scoop or anything like that. So you do need a V2 tuner, which is the big box. The 1.2 won't work for this platform. So what stage should you start with on your car? There is a total of 4 different flashes. Stage 0 is just to kind of remove some of the limitations and the laziness of the stock throttle system and stuff like that. I don't think most people will, opt for that one, but that is an option. I do recommend that you download all three files onto the K-Tuner. So stage 1, stage 1.1, and stage 1.2. And like that, you can adjust and test all of them and also alternate depending on the weather and the modifications you have. So if you have a completely stock Tlx Type S and you live in a warm weather, you're going to want to start with the stage 1 at that point. That seems to work best on stock cars and warm weather conditions. Now, if you are stock but live in a colder weather, or in your area gets cold in the winter, they're going to want to most likely start with the stage 1.1 at that point. And that just dampens some of the mid-range in the car to prevent an overboost condition. Now you can start with a 1 or 1.1 or 1.2. That's really up to you. But if you have no modifications but live in a cold weather climate or are in a winter time, then that's probably your first start. If it cuts, you're probably gonna have to come down to 1.2, or if there's no cuts, you could try the 1.0 and go from there. If it cuts at the 1.0, then you're gonna have to come back and flash to the 1.1. Now, if you're modified and or live in cold climate weathers like I do, you're most likely gonna need a 1.2 to prevent any sort of overboosting condition. And overboost will be a slight hesitation and then a quick upshift into the next gear. Let's say at like 4,000, if there's a hesitation and then it shifts quickly into the next gear, that will be a cut at that point. So once again, 1.2, I have a downpipe on my car, and I do live in a cold weather state. So now that summer's approaching, I'm going to be trying the 1.1. Obviously, if I have any cuts, I'm going to come back to the 1.2, which I 90% of times don't experience any cuts at all. And it has been uncharacteristically cooler this summer and spring. So, and it hasn't had any cuts or anything like that. But as soon as we get some consistent 80s, 90s, 100-degree days, I'm going to try the 1.1 and do some testing and just kind of see how the car reacts, and as well as some results. Now, speaking of results, the car initially before K-Tuner on a stock map and full bolt-ons was going 1250s consistently, 1255, 1258, some 1260s. Once it went 1246, which is just incredible DA, incredible ambient temperatures, and a perfect launch. And the car went 1246 at 109. So consistently it was going 1250s at 108 on a pretty consistent basis on the stock flash from Acura. Now, once we were finalized with the flash and everything like that on the 1.2, my car has consistently gone 1230s at 112, 113, sometimes 111, but consistently 112. That's the most common mile an hour trap, and 1230. So the ET only dropped about 0.2 or so, but it picked up a considerable amount of mile an hour, which is proof of the added power, added in more consistent power versus the stock flash. So the car still launches very soft, and that has nothing to do or anything we're gonna be able to adjust without a TCM, some sort of software or changes or anything like that, which is not looking good for us at this point. The Core 10 speed guys haven't had any luck with that, so I doubt we're gonna be any closer to that anytime soon, especially before the Acura guys, which is a lot bigger platform versus us. So again, it's not a huge jump, although if the car was completely stock and I went from running a stock map, which my car best time was about 13.3, 13.4, if I recall correctly, you could expect a huge jump at that point. Probably most cars are running in the mid to like 12.6, 12.7, 12.5. So that is a considerable jump. And the best part of it is the usable power, meaning everyday power, passing power, stuff like that. And torque is noticeable. If you flash back to stock, you're really going to notice the difference. And just again, the mid-range is a lot better than the stock map, and it's a huge increase. And obviously it keeps pushing into the higher RPMs and the higher gears with the increased power. So I hope this video answered some of your questions for you. If you do happen to have any questions at this time, make sure you guys drop a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I don't know any specifics of any stage 2 tunes or custom tuning available, or anything available for the 23 and newer at this point. But again, if something does show up, I'll try to make a short on it or a video or something like that. But as of now, this is where we stand, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.